Hey everyone, I just had a really great Instagram live stream Q&A about everything involving touring as a result of putting up my YouTube videos, which I will hopefully put up here and here for you guys to enjoy. If you have any further questions, if you want to ask me something that I didn't answer in the videos or that I didn't answer in the Q&A, please let me know and we'll make it happen. Comment right down here, and in the meantime, enjoy. So guys, this is we're gonna see how it goes. I'm kind of gonna go with the flow. But how many times have you seen Shrek? Every time I go to a show, there's a Shrek. I wanted to try and do this video specifically about touring. You can ask me other things, but really I like to focus about touring. The good, the bad, the ugly, the fun, the not so fun, all of that stuff. So the last two videos I did were about touring. And if you saw them, great. Ask me any questions about that. And if you haven't seen them, maybe you have other questions about touring and you can check them out after. So by all means, Dr. Loco, Ahlan. So just if anyone has any questions, I had one question actually. I'll start with this one before I get any of yours. The one question was, you can't go number 2 on a bus. So you can only go number 1. So you're driving for 8 hours straight. What happens if you have to go number 2? And the answer is you stop. Everyone stops and you try to do it all together, meaning if you have to wait for a couple hours, you wait for a couple hours, and then the bus will stop and everyone will get off and have a little bite to eat, and you'll do what you got to do. And then before in nighttime after the show, in the nighttime before the show, same thing. You'll try to use the restroom facilities before you get on a bus for 7 or 8 hours. So yeah, that's basically how that's done. How do you adapt to each venue? Great question. It depends who you're playing for. Alan from Toronto. Hey Megan. So someone asked, how do we adapt to every venue? So we're doing this about touring. Someone asked about how do we adapt to every venue? How long does it take to get used to missing? Now I'm getting all the questions. So adapting to every venue. If you're with Enrique, every venue is more or less the same. And if you're with Smash Mouth, every venue is a little different. But I think the common denominator is the crew. Your guys out there or your girls, whoever they are, the crew takes care of you and makes sure that when you get in, everything is ready to your specifications the way it's supposed to be, and you can't do it without them. I mean, you can't. Well, at that level, you can't do it without them. If you're just a touring band, you just adapt, like you figure it out. But the crew is everything when it comes to adapting and going from a huge venue for 85,000 people to a small venue for 100 people for a private wedding. I mean, the crew is everything. So hope that helps. Let's see what else we've got here. We had... No, that's not it. Let's see. How long does it take for you to get used to being on the bus versus missing home? Well, I love the bus. Some people hate the bus. Some people don't sleep well on the bus. I love the bus. I sleep like a baby on the bus. So yeah, it's super easy for me. The harder things, and of course I miss home, but you try to keep in touch, and you're not driving, so you can keep in touch with your wife or your partner or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, your family, all day and all night if you'd like. I I think the hardest thing on the bus is when you have to drive for 3 days straight. It's just that far away, and they planned on a 3-day drive. Some people will fly. Some people get off in Florida and fly to Arizona instead of driving those 3 days on the bus, because it could get a little crazy. I have 10 people on the bus, 12 people on the bus. Space, someone's trying to record here, someone's trying to talk to their girlfriend or boyfriend here, and it can get a little a lot if you're doing it for a few days straight without a break. So some people fly, and if you don't, you just live with it. Okay, let's see. Do bands listen to their own music while on tour? I haven't been with bands that listen to their own music, but I know that certain artists like Prince, they used to watch the video and play audio of their performances after the performances and critique everyone for better or for worse. Like, hey, you did great there, or don't ever do that again. But I know some bands do that, some bands don't. Let's see what else we got. Does Disney put you guys up when you tour Epcot? Yes. Disney takes care of all the tickets and takes care of the hotels and stuff like that. So we're free to roam around. Yeah, it's all free. It's awesome. My wife is a big fan. How do you deal with putting your life on hold when you are away? I don't really put my life on hold. I'm still handling a lot of business. I'm handling YouTube stuff. I'm handling negotiations. I'm handling sessions for when I come back. If I have guitar and I'm out on the road for a long time, if I have like a recording setup, I'll be recording on the road as well. So I don't really put my life on hold. What I do put on hold actually is a lot of my studio work. So that just can't happen. But there are so many different things you can do on the road to continue the learning and the growth and all that stuff. So it's not really on hold. However, I do consider my life on the road a lot easier, because at home I spend 16, 18, 20 hours a day in the studio working. Whereas on the road, I'm just, I can relax a little. Like, I can't do this, so I get a little more chance to relax. Are the rigs the same for every venue? Do you have to shrink your show to fit the venue, or all of them the same size? The rigs are different from venue to venue. If you're dealing with a band like Smash Mouth, we usually deal with the PA that they give us at that spot, if they have a PA. If they don't have a PA and we're playing some outdoor show, then we'll give them the specs that we want. But if we give them the specs that we want and it's a casino or something where they already have a PA and it's pretty close to what we wanted, to what our sound engineers want, then we're good. It's not a big deal. However, when you're touring with a band like Enrique Iglesias, when we were on a venue, an arena tour, and we had all our gear with us. If I'm not mistaken, it was 15 full trucks of everything: stage, lighting, video, audio, pyro, everything. Everything traveled with us. I saw, sometimes I'd be on stage, and the production manager, I see the production manager for Enrique, head production manager, Andres, he would be measuring things as we were doing sound check. I'll be like, dude, what are you measuring? And he's like, well, the venue that we're going to be at in a week or 2 weeks is actually smaller dimensions, like this. Like, the length is the same, but it's actually, the width is different. So he's like, we have to shorten some stuff with our wings, the parts that come out of the stage like that, so you can go up and kind of wing it. He said we have to make them shorter, so I'm measuring stuff right now. So yes, things do change from venue to venue, even at that scale, even when you have your gear. The things that you keep, hopefully, are your guitars, your effects, your drums, your all that stuff. Like, we get what we need to do the job. So the instruments stay the same, the amplifiers stay the same. What else? And our ears stay the same. Hopefully the mixers stay the same as well. Do you miss traveling? Yes. it's when I travel, I take a break from all this craziness. So I miss traveling extremely. I love being with my wife. She actually was so busy with school, so she just finished school yesterday and already got an A. Way to go, Trisha. And again, I mean, she's always getting A's, but she got one again. This was a hard one for her, hard semester, but she finished her semester yesterday. So hopefully I'll get to spend some time with her now. But other than that, I miss being home when I'm on the road, but I love traveling, and I miss it a lot. Great Disney memories, yes. I heard Enrique say in an interview once that he does that on YouTube, watching videos from the show the night before that fans uploaded to see what it looked like and sounded like. You know, Enrique never told me that, but I did hear from other people in the production that he does that. I love doing that. I love watching. Actually, it's a great point to bring up here. I love watching, I'll go, some of you know this, I'll go after a show and look up on Instagram, #SmashMouth, hashtag Enrique, and see people that have been to the show. In fact, I'll do that before the show and see people that are on their way to the show, and I'll be like, yo, hit me up before the show. Let me give you some pics, take a picture. You know, so that's great. I love Instagram for that. Problem is, don't point to people. Problem is, people do that now on Snapchat, and I can't find it on Snapchat. So I'll see everyone with their phones up, and then I'll go and look up on Instagram, #SmashMouth, and there's 3 videos. I'm like, dude, everyone had their phones out. They put it on, and then I asked some fans at a certain, I was like, where do you put everything? And they're like, it's Snapchat. I can't find you on Snapchat. That's why I love when fans put stuff on here. Then I can talk to you. What did you enjoy? Maybe we can meet after the show. Maybe we can meet before the show. So I really miss that. I really miss being able to do that with you guys on here. It's a shame when people do it on Snapchat and I can't find them. But yes, to answer the question, I love looking at videos to see how bad we looked, how good we looked, how it sounded, what did we screw up, and stuff like that, to try and get better. Katrina, I love how you're sharing this info. Road life, it's a thing. Katrina and I we toured for a year together, did a lot of radio stuff. Just me and my acoustic and her, and it was an awesome time. In your free time while on tour, which one of these is your number one favorite to do? Tasting local foods, or city sightings, or nature tourism, or visiting historic sites or museums? Which one's my favorite? The food. But I have to say, I don't usually do almost any of that. I'm usually trying to relax or too busy. Celia, those of you who know Celia from Enrique, Celia loved to go around town, see historic sites and stuff like that. And we would go. Joe loved to visit... I forget what it is, Greek Orthodox. So he loved to find Greek Orthodox churches around there, and sometimes we would go with him. But me personally, Alex used to love finding, what is it called? CrossFit, which we didn't go with him, but he would find local CrossFit spots, and he would go to them. Jason Sutter, that I played with from Smash Mouth, he used to go everywhere. He used to love, he still does, I'm sure, but he would land somewhere, get to a city and go out and explore. That guy was an explorer, and good for him, man. But I'm not much of an explorer. If I'm going to try anything, it'll be the local food. But I can't always do that because local food can be fattening. I love that guitar course you used at Enrique's concert. I miss you. I misread that. Thank you. Do you remember Enrique Iglesias on 8th of May? On May 8th last year? Or this year? I have no idea. Well, nothing's happening this year. Hello from Greece. How much do you enjoy the shows with Enrique? The shows with Enrique were freaking awesome. Such a big stage, such amazing energy, amazing crew. I think I mentioned that before. Man, what a crew. I love both. I love the Smash Mouth crew as well, but the Enrique crew has so many people just doing everything they can to make sure that you just have to get on stage and go. Or, you know what? Since it is a question about Enrique, so you can go. I was teaching this to someone the other day. Anyway, so yeah, I miss playing with those guys. I really, really enjoyed playing those gigs. But that's a very pop gig, and Smash Mouth is a rock gig where we just get the, you know? And I really, really love that too. Ideally, in a perfect world, I would be playing with both of them. Unfortunately, I can't because they have clashes, and I just can't play. I would love to play with both of them. You think there will be a tour in the U.S. with Enrique Iglesias? I see this is leaning towards the Enrique Iglesias thing, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't think there will be a tour, or it will be scaled down. The reason is because I just don't think people are going to have the money to spend, and I don't think that people are going to want to be getting together with 10,000 other people, 20,000 other people. And I don't think people are going to feel that comfortable yet. I don't know if the world will feel that comfortable yet. So we'll see. I hope that it happens, but do you prefer a bus or airplane? I prefer a bus. But the airplane does give me more chances to do Q&As with you guys, and I don't know. But I love a bus. I love the buses more. Any other questions? Everyone's just happy that I'm talking about Enrique and playing Hero. The video is a pure treasure for us. Glad you like them. Thank you. Momager misses you. Hey, Momager. Hey, Katrina. Greece calling again for an amazing show again. The food. What is your favorite country to go to? So far, it's been New Zealand. Amazing history in Europe. Amazing food, actually, in Central and South America. Amazing history in Europe. But New Zealand has the country, and it's got those hills and mountains and wildlife, and I'm a big fan of that. So for me, that was amazing. And I enjoyed stories you shared during touring with Enrique. Thank you for these, and I miss them so much. Sean plays the guitar. I'm sorry, I'm just going over this stuff now. I liked most of you that when Enrique was a no longer time at the B stage, you, Alex, and Boogie, Al, that is, did really entertain us at the front. You know, we try. Makoret, Gagati. שבוע טוב לכל הישראלים, לכל היהודים. הם מדברות ביניהם ברגע שיהיה אפשר, בארצות הברית יקר. I can't wait to see you on stage in Miami soon. I can't wait to be on stage anywhere soon. In your video, you shared a peek inside the Smash Mouth tour bus, right? No. That is the Enrique tour bus. And there are some pictures, but they're not my pictures. They belong to a bus company. I mentioned them below. That's not the Smash Mouth tour bus, but the Enrique tour bus. By the way, every tour you get a different bus. So sometimes it's a great bus, sometimes it's an okay bus, depending on budget, depending on a million things. Basically, they just rent you a car for the month or for the weekend or for 2 weeks. And that car happens to be a bus. But you almost never, I've never been on the same bus twice. Ever. Like, tour ends, I'll never see that bus again. Might see the driver again, not necessarily the bus. So the bus that I shared at the end of my "So You've Never Been on a Tour Bus, Here's What You Need to Know" video, that is Enrique's tour bus, or the band tour bus in the Enrique tour, one of the Enrique tours from 2017, I believe. I mentioned it on the thing. It's written there. What was the most important thing to you that you learned during the time traveling with the bus? You learn different things all the time, but I don't know. I didn't really learn. I mean, I pick up books and I just read them, but I don't know. Every tour is a little different. You get more interactions on a bus, you get less interactions. Everyone's kind of secluded and doing their thing. Michael Klooster from Smash Mouth, the keyboardist, loves recording on the bus. Sometimes you get involved in that, and sometimes you don't. Yeah, like I want to say Jamar would love to. I know the Pitbull guys, they record all the time, so they're recording on the bus nonstop. The Pitbull dudes, they're writing. More power to them. That's awesome. Let's see. You must tour South Africa. Please, let's do that. 5 days later is Enrique's birthday. Can you tell Enrique happy birthday? I will tell Enrique happy birthday. I will personally call him and let him know. Yes, and really that was the Enrique tour bus. Not Enrique's, but the Enrique band tour bus. It says it on the video. You obviously didn't watch the video. No, I'm just kidding. You probably did. But yeah, just read what it says. Hope to see you in Prague soon. Like again, I said, I'm happy to be anywhere soon. Would you prefer bus or hotel for tour? Great question, actually. Some bands, let's put it this way. Some bands, when you're starting out, you're on a van. And then you stop somewhere. You stay in the van as long as you can. And then I'm talking about like when you're beginning touring. You're in a van, you rent a van or someone owns a van. And you're in it. And then you get to a hotel maybe that night, and 4 or 5 people camp in a room. Take turns taking the shower and whatnot. As you go up the ladder, so that's the beginning stage. And then when you're like at Enrique level, when you're playing in those bands, you're in a hotel every day. So whether the bus is driving for 3 days straight or not, first of all, the drivers can't drive that long. Legally, they can't drive, I think, more than 7.5 or 8 hours. And they have to pull over and get 8 hours of rest or something to that effect. Those are rules that change all the time. But they have to, for safety, they have to sleep. So when they sleep, everyone at that level, everyone gets a hotel room. So if you're traveling for 3 days, even if you're driving for 7-8 hours, you get your night or half of the day and you drive through the night, whatever, you get your 8 hours in a hotel room to shower, have some privacy. It's the same thing with Smash Mouth, but, well, with the Under the Sun tour, yeah, it was different. So like there, if you're, let's say we had a tour, we had a show tonight, and then we're driving through the night, and then tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock in the morning, we get to the next city. We're probably not going to have a hotel room for each one of us to sleep because that's what we have the bus for, and it's just a waste of money. But we will have a few day rooms, and that's just rooms that are available throughout the day for you to just lay on the bed and relax and take a shower, but you do share it maybe with another person. So if that person wants to be on the bus, then you have a room to yourself. If you want to be on the bus, then that person has a room to themselves. So it really changes depending on the vibe and depending on the different band. Hope you return to Argentina. Invite you to eat delicious roast cooked on the grill. You know what? Every time I've been to Argentina, I've been disappointed by the meat. And I think I'm going to the wrong places, and I'd love to come eat your food. Because it's Argentina, I mean, that's where the food is. How are we looking on time? We're good. Watch video again. I mean, when you and the musical band were in on his birthday, they brought him a delicious cake, but Enrique threw it on you. That was the first time that's ever happened. Well, he didn't throw me. He actually got Jason. But that's the first time that happened to me, because we'd never been on a show day. While I was in the band for 4 years, we hadn't been on a show day during his birthday. That was the first time and the only time for me thus far. And I heard that's something that he does, so I was ready for it. Maith, Enrique's birthday, that mean I heard before, and I tell you that mean. Okay. Are you going to perform us a mini concert here on Instagram? Perhaps Heartbeat or Twilight? Heartbeats at Twilight. You know what, Mahtab? What's funny is I don't know the names of the songs. I know End of Summer because I love that song. I don't remember what Heartbeats at Twilight sounds like. I don't remember how it sounds. But I could potentially do that for you one day, maybe. Need to watch the video once again. Yes, you should. And please, guys, so whoever's joining right now, this is I'm doing an Instagram live Q&A about touring mainly. Got a lot of great questions so far. And if you want to know why I'm talking about that, is because my last two videos from a few days ago and from a week and a half ago were both about touring. One was about things you need to know while touring and things you need to do. And then the last one was, if you've never been on a tour bus, here's what you need to know about a tour bus. So, and I was telling fans that if you are, whether you're a musician that wants to tour or you are a fan that is one day hoping to be on Enrique's bus, on Smash Mouth's bus, on my bus, whatever, then you'll have some guidelines about what you can and can't do if you watch those videos. And on that note, I'll say, if you like it, please like it. If you want more, please subscribe. And please, please, please comment there, because I love talking to people on there as well. Okay, tell him to do a story with you, Sean, boss and guitarist. Oh my God, you both would go. Thank you for sharing this. I love Smash Mouth. Rules with union workers are crazy hard to comply with. Yes, that's true. You know a lot about that, don't you? We would like to see you in Turkey again with Smash Mouth or Enrique. I hope to meet you again after these dark days. Trust me, I'd love to be anywhere right now. Please play something like Your Way, Kisses from Greece. I like Your Way. What can I play? I don't know what to play. You know what? Let's see if I remember this. I haven't played this in years. I don't remember it. I'm going to have to practice it and I'll play for you. That was the intro to Bailamos that I used to play. Man. I don't remember it. But I will. I'll have to go over it again. Would you recommend starting to work with a band? How would you recommend starting to work with a band? Is it networking online, or is it building content to share so they can see your talent? Anything goes, man. I mean, sharing things online is great, because then if they hear about you, or even if they don't know about you, but someone says, hey man, have you heard of Sean Hurwitz? And you're like, no, I haven't. Let me go look him up on Google. You know, all this different stuff. Great YouTube content. Great. He's got a website. He's got all this stuff. So it's very helpful to be online and have that presence. But that being said, networking is so important. Actually, a video that's going to come out, I think, next week. I talk about networking a little more. And I'll make it short because it's not really tour related, and I want to keep that open. But keep the line of questions opening for touring. But networking. Many people, I said in the video, and I'll say it again here, to many people, networking is like, how can I find someone that'll do something for me? And for me, it's networking is like, man, what can I do for this guy? Or what can I do for this girl? Like, how can I bring value to them? And that in itself brings some good stuff its way. You know, what goes around comes around vibe. Hope that answers the question. So you can choose if you want to travel by bus or plane. No. Well, yes. If you have a long flight, if you have a long travel, like 3 days on a bus, and you want to pay for, because the bus is already paid for, so they have it for you, and they're paying for hotels on the way, so that's fine. But if you want to fly, then that's on your dime usually. You have to pay for that. But some people are like that. Can you play something, the Wicked Game part sometime soon? Yeah, sometime soon. Maybe on another travel thing. The Smash Mouth touring in Europe in the next years. I don't know. I mean, last year we did Turkey, we did Singapore. This year is, man, I'd just be happy to do any touring with Smash Mouth or Enrique this year. I mean, any touring, any shows would be amazing. Appreciate it, brother. Just answering one of my friends here. Could you play Ring My Bells from Enrique? Maybe next time. Fans could go on Enrique tour bus. Okay. Hey, you know what? No more questions, so I should probably play Ring My Bells. How does that go? I keep forgetting this because I don't play it all the time. So come on, ring my bells, ring my bells. A lot of words. Ring my bells, ring my bells. Yes, wicked game. Man, we're getting off topic here, guys. One last one. Chris Wallace, what's going on? I see you, bruh. Wicked game. Is that the... Yeah, I think so. And that's it. That's all we get. What do you need as a musician to play at Enrique Band's level? Hey, Chris. Man, we still need to catch up. I need to call you. It's been crazy, just insane. But I'm sure it's the same with you. Chris Wallace is actually one of my a guy that I used to tour with. And that was, what a great time that was. Man, I should do that again. Chris, call me. Let's do it. Someone asked, what do you need as a musician to play at Enrique's band? That is a very good question. That is a very good question, because it's not all about being able to play fast. It's more about being able to play precise, and more about being able to conquer your fear. If something goes wrong, you don't have a meltdown. You don't freak out. So you need to be able to handle your shit, you know? I mean, you need to be able to get on stage. Many guitarists can do this, but try to do this in a room. Is great. You can do it in a room. Now try to do it as soon as the click goes on. You just got the guitar hero, 2, 3, 4, boom. That's what you hear in your ear, and you have to go. No matter what happens, no matter if there's a mix-up, something, you go. So there's more to it than just being able to play. You need to be able to play. You need to be able to perform. You need to be able to handle stress. You need to, I don't know. I guess that's it. Tell Enrique that I love him. You tell him. Embarrassing situation during a travel by bus. That's a good question. I don't think I've had embarrassing situations, but I have been with people that have had embarrassing situations where they have to use the restroom and they can't. And we have to pull over fast because they're about to puke or they're about to shit their pants. So, yeah, it hasn't happened to me, but does the boss melt down if you mess up? Nah. Everyone's professionals on these gigs. No one melts down. Favorite memories you had with the Enrique band? Hanging with Celia and Joe and Alex was some of my favorite times on the road, since we're talking about touring. Because of Celia, I got to see a lot of places. I would be in my room if it wasn't for her. So I really am thankful to her for bringing that stuff up and making us do that, because it was awesome. And here, let me just save this. And I miss Jamar's jokes. I miss all the chemistry between everyone, you know? You have good days, you have bad days. Eating together with everyone was always awesome. I miss that a lot, yeah. I miss the guys. I miss all of them. I miss the crew. I mean, I'm still in touch with everyone, and I miss all those guys. It's just, yeah. Anyway. Memories. Let's see if there's anything else. Thank you so much. Thanks for playing a bit. You're welcome. I know that's one of the things you guys like. I should really prepare for it. But isn't it more fun when I try to do something and I miserably fail at it because I don't remember how to do that? I feel like that's more personal. What do you do to occupy your time during travel? Michaela Page asked me that, and I'm going to be with her tomorrow, 3 o'clock LA time. She's inviting me on her Instagram stream, so please join us. I'll put it up here so you guys know. But what do I do to occupy my time during travel? I listen to podcasts. I read. I listen to podcasts. I read. Yeah, and that's it. And I listen to music. So your videos on YouTube, keep on. Thank you. Yeah, I love doing those. I've got much more. I've got many more coming your way. Every week, Thursday, 10 o'clock LA time, new YouTube video with content that I'm trying to give you guys. I'm really trying to help you guys. So hopefully that works. Okay. If you could work with a new artist, who would it be? If I could work with a new, that's a good question, but I don't know what you mean. If I could work with a new artist for me or a new artist in general. A new artist for me, someone that is not new but that I haven't played with, would be Keith Urban or Foo Fighters. And a new artist in general that's out there. I'm actually making some songs right now with an artist from Sweden that has an amazing vocal, amazing voice, and she's a great producer too. Her name is Shadi G. She's Swedish, and I'm working with her right now on some stuff. So that's the new artist that I'm working with. But I don't know of anyone specific. Would love to play with 21 Pilots, although I don't think they have a guitarist, or I don't think they have an extra guitarist. I think it's just them two. But if they have ever had a guitarist, 21 Pilots, them, Foo Fighters, Keith Urban, Fall Out Boy. Not new artists, but yeah, love those guys. Do you love Corona? That's a good one. That's a good one. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. Love the guitar collection. Thank you. Let's see. Stephanie said she loves a guitar collection. Who knows? Not connected to touring, but who knows how many instruments I have? Not just guitars. How many instruments do I have? Let's see who knows. Let's see who gets it right. Do you know what Alex Feder is doing? He is not on Insta, right? He is not on Instagram, but he's doing his own thing. He's doing his own music, which is still. Oh, how am I forget? I'm blanking on it. Still a great night. I think it's called. I think so. Yeah, Still a Great Night. But he's still making music and putting out. Just look up Alex on YouTube. You'll see the last video that he put out. Just beautiful. Do you know Dave Grohl is a freaking genius? Absolutely. Why don't you do a story with one of the band members? With one of the band members. I would love to. Maybe I will. Who do you think I should do it with? Let's see. Let's see what you say. I think all of you are going to say Jamar, but that's just me. But yeah, tell me who you'd like that to happen with, and maybe we can do that next week. Why don't you do a story? What kind of food do you eat on the road? I try to eat healthy, because it's so easy to eat crap on the road and eat pizza in Chicago and eat this fattening thing there and this fattening thing there. And everyone's like, oh, dude, you got to try the local food. But the local food is delicious because it's full of butter and is so many calories. So I can't eat like that every day. It's not good for me. It's not good for my physique. It's not good. So once in a while we'll indulge. But I have to have Indian food in London or fish and chips, something like that. But in general, I try to eat healthy. Still a great night. There we go. Thank you. I appreciate it all for Enrique. Alex Feder, and you are so great on stage. Love the vibes every time. Yeah, Alex is a great guitarist. He's a great singer. He's a great performer. What can I say? Dude is legit. Are you eating healthy and working out during quarantine? Stephanie, awesome question. Has nothing to do with touring, but I'm going to answer it because it's the last question I have here, and because we have 20 minutes to go before Instagram cuts me off. So I could end it right now, or we could keep going. So I'm going to keep going. And I was actually talking about this with someone today. I'm not working out because I'm really busy in the studio, and it's showing. I'm gaining weight for sure. Now, as far as I have to get back into working out. As far as eating, here's the thing. I'm not eating as healthy because I'm trying to hold on to the food that we have. Excuse me. I'm trying to hold on to the food that we have. So I'm not eating. So when I eat meat, I eat it with bread. I eat it with carbs. Like I'm trying to eat less meat and make it last longer because I don't know when I'm going to be able to get good meat or good food again. So I actually, yeah, I'm not eating as healthy as I should. Really, I'm not. I do intermittent fasting, which I do on the road as well. If you don't know what that is, look into it. But so I haven't eaten yet today, for instance. It's 1 o'clock. I haven't eaten yet today. I only drink tea and water. And I'll eat probably in, I don't know, a few hours. But and then I'll be done by 8, 9 o'clock. I'll be done eating. That's it. I have a small window of time when I eat. That's intermittent fasting in a nutshell. Bran. So, yeah. That's it. I'm not eating healthy and I'm not working out. You would love Alex, Joe, and myself. I love 3 together. I don't know if we can do that on Instagram. I don't think we can we? I think it's only 2. Are you still in contact with Enrique's band members like Jamar and Celia? Every day. I talk to all of them every day. We're all in touch. We have like a WhatsApp group, and yeah, I talk to everyone. What would you say? What would you say to 20 years old you? Do everything you're going to do. That's it. My life has been an amazing blessing. I have an amazing life. I wouldn't change a thing. The bad things, the good things, wouldn't change a thing. So 20-year-old me, you do you. With everyone, you would love to do a story. Fasting is good. 8 to 12 fasting, yes. Intermittent fasting, I do 8 to 12. But not really, because sometimes I do 15, 16, 18. I eat when I'm hungry. And I'm not hungry yet. It's 1 o'clock. I'm not hungry yet. So I'm already past the 12 hours. And it's more like 13 at this point. But do a live story with Joe or Celia. Maybe I will. And yes, 8 to 16. Yeah, there you go. No, yes, 8:16. So it's been over 16 hours already. With every one of them, right. What has touring taught you to appreciate more about being home and vice versa? We should ask that tomorrow when we do the live thing, Michaela. And to remind you guys again, I'm doing a thing with Michaela Page tomorrow, 3 p.m. LA time, 6 p.m. Florida time, her time. She's having me as a guest on her Instagram live stream, and I'm looking forward to having some great questions from people that don't know me and herself. Like the question that she just asked that I missed. What has touring taught you to appreciate more about being home and vice versa? That's a good question. Look, I love being home because I'm with my family. I love being on the road and I love being home. Let's continue with that. I love being home because I'm with my family. I love being home because I can cook my own food, which I love doing, as some of you might know. I love being home because I can record, I can do sessions, I can do all these things that I can't do on the road. I love being on the road because I get to rest a little on the long bus drives and on the flights. I mean, that's all you can do. Listen to music, podcast. I get to catch up on life. I don't get to catch up on podcasts and like TV shows, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, all that stuff. I don't get to do that here. I'm just so busy at home that when I'm on the road, it's almost like a mini vacation. Like I'm getting paid, and I have a job to do, but I'm also relaxed because I can't do this. So I might as well just watch a little TV and enjoy myself on a big bed in a hotel room. So it's kind of awesome. And I appreciate that about the road and the fans. That's amazing. Are you still in contact? Preferred transportation for touring, airplane or bus? Someone asked that already, but I appreciate the question again. I like buses more. I'm totally repeating the question, but I can't help myself. All good, Michaela? I think you probably know who I would like to see on your live. Puka. I do. And maybe I will do one thing. Maybe I'll do it with him one day. I know. Well, I just don't think he does Instagram that much. I talk to him all the time. I'm not going to say who it is because that's between us. But I talk to him all the time on WhatsApp and Discord and stuff. Do you miss touring? I miss touring like crazy. Will you maybe be touring with EI Band in Russia next year? Maybe. I mean, I'd love to be touring with anyone next year in Russia. That would be amazing. Or next year in general. When is Enrique? So I see we're going towards Enrique again, getting out of touring. Does anyone have any touring questions? Because we don't have to wait for an hour to go by. We can cut it short now. Maybe I've answered all the questions. I'll give you another second to come up with some questions that might be touring related that some of you might want to know. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll play something. I don't know. I see no more questions, but I know it takes time. Favorite place you have been on tour? Favorite place I made on, Stephanie, favorite place I've been on tour so far has been New Zealand. I mentioned that earlier, but also I love Hawaii because their mountains are just gorgeous and I love hiking in mountains. Will you make an album? My albums are on Spotify. All you have to do is search Sean Hurwitz and there's some albums there. Stephanie, late to the party. My questions might be repeating. No worries. Puka, I will say hi to him next time I talk to him or next time I see him on tour, which is what we're talking about. But I appreciate all the comments and everything. I really, really do appreciate you guys following and being part of this. Again, what's Enrique's new song name? I don't even know what you're talking about. But yes, I really appreciate you guys being here with me. And that's it. I think we're done with asking about touring stuff. I really hope some of you learned some stuff and some of you got interesting information about touring. I really hope, and I even played a little, so hopefully that satisfied you guys. I love that you're so loyal and cherish the privacy. I definitely cherish privacy, and I'm loyal to all of you guys. And that's it. So I think I'll take it from here. Hey Natalia, thanks for the shout out. Thank you for being with me. I really appreciate you guys coming out in here and being a part of this. Please, if you haven't checked the videos out yet, so even if it's not for you, you might know a musician that would really benefit from it. I'm putting out YouTube content every week on Thursday. I put out a YouTube video about hang on, Bran, I'm coming. Let's get Bran. About different things that musicians should know. Everything from things that you should know on tour, tour buses, contracts, getting your stuff on film and TV. Have a one second. Come on. Hello. Say hi to everyone. So I hope everyone's enjoying the videos, and please, if you like the videos, it helps me if you like them, and if you like them and you want to see more stuff, then you can subscribe. They all saw you asleep yesterday. You know that? I put a finger right up there, and you were asleep, right on top of my head. That's it. You're out. Don't bump the mic. I need the mic. Okay, you want to go down. He wants to go down. You wanted to come in here. You want to hump me. He wants to hump me. Should I let him hump me? Let's take a vote on that. Oh, by the way, I just realized no one guessed how many instruments I have. So weird, because I mention it often. Guys, thank you very much for everything. If you like the videos, like them, subscribe. And if you don't like the videos, that's fine. Let your musician friend know about them because they will benefit from them, even if you are not a musician. Thank you so much for your time. And 60, nice one. We'll find out next time. Have a good one, guys.